Hello again all, this is Simon, Explosive Action, and this is a contest entry for Jarrett, CarryTheZero1980, is doing a subscriber competition. He currently sits at 333 subscribers, which is pretty cool for me to have chosen that day to do this video. Competition ends in about a week, so anybody that has not, make sure you jump on it very soon. The 3 questions he asked, massive prize pool that I cannot even recall, but there was about a dozen things in there, were your favourite movie of the year, your favourite musician or artist, and your favourite piece of movie paraphernalia. Now, I'm not a big movie paraphernalia guy, but we're looking at 4 of my posters, which you've all seen a million times, and I do love all of those. And you've got my pinhead doll up in the corner there. They are the main things that I really enjoy that are not DVDs or videos. City of the Living Dead, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and of course the Dawn of the Dead poster. You've seen my pinhead before. He talks. I'm not going to make him talk now, but that was a really cool purchase that I got nearly 10 years ago now, I think. About 9 years, so that's really cool, and he's still in good shape, though I did lose his box. So that's, yeah, those things, and of course, the machete figurine. That's just damn awesome. So there would be the favourite pieces of paraphernalia. Now, this next one was incredibly hard. My favourite musicians, artist, whatever. I'm sorry, but you're getting 10. I could not even begin to pick one. I've never really discussed my music taste before, but I'm sure a few of you are going to recognise these ones. Band called Abigor from Austria, Austrian black metal. The black metal on Napalm Records, very old release this one. Absolutely fantastic stuff, raw as hell. Cheesy cover, but that's what they did in the early days. This is from like 1991 or 2. 94, shit, later than I thought. Abigor, Bolt Thrower, UK death metal that heavily inspired by Warhammer. You can see by the pictures there. One of the most staple bands you can get. They have been around 20 years and they just do not change. That can be bad for some bands, but when you're Bolt Thrower, that's the stuff you want. It's mid-paced, thudding, really groovy death metal, so awesome stuff to check out. If I did have to pick one band, which I'm not going to, then it would be Carcass. They're British. They formed in the mid-80s and sort of evolved from a grindcore, gore grind band to death grind to death metal to death groove metal as the genres sort of evolved. This was around their 3rd album, and definitely their peak. Medical themed death metal here. The 4 members, you can see in the photo there, I think 3 of them were vegan, and they were all training to be doctors from what I recall. So with the best album name ever, Necroticism Dissenting the Insalubrious. That's how you name it. Awesome. They even named the solos in this. Every solo gets a name. Dark Throne, A Blaze in the Northern Sky. Fantastic release, this one. Anyone that knows anything about black metal knows this album. It was one of the 3, really, that pushed the genre into the limelight, really, in the early 90s, at least the second wave of the genre, and the first from Norway. Norwegian black metal, that's where it starts. Dismember. These guys are from Sweden, like an ever-flowing stream. Absolute chainsaw guitars on this. You've never heard anything like it. It's been often copied, but never bettered. Yeah, Dismember. Jesus Christ. What an amazing album. These guys are from the States. Florida, I think. I don't know. Immolation. Out of all the American death metal bands, this is probably one of my favourite releases. These guys, again, are pretty staple. Their sound doesn't change too much. and they're all the better for it, really. Real dark, punishing stuff there. This is great. This is a hilarious album. Impaled Mondo Medical. Check that out. This cover was banned. Had a slick over the front to stop you seeing it. Serious carcass worship, but yeah, medical themed, with some really hilarious intros. A lot of their stuff is about like a reanimator or like Anatomy, German movie. You get that feeling when you listen to this. It's all anti-Hippocratic medical, unwarranted medical procedures, and yeah, the music really fits. It's great stuff. Speaking of black metal, Mayhem, De Mistris Dom Satanas. This band pretty much is the reason that there is black metal from Norway. The story for this is insane. There's plenty of books and documentaries you can check out on the history of this band, this album, what happened in Norway in 1993, and yeah, how it all evolved into what it is now. This is a fantastic album. This is the original release too on DSP, so this is incredibly rare, and it's the one without the barcode. So, first issue. Morbid Angel. We wouldn't have much in the way of American death metal without Morbid Angel. This is their first album. The band have sort of jumped the shark a bit recently, but this is a staple, absolute classic. Anybody in the genre needs this album. And lastly, I couldn't do this list without an Australian band, Portal. Nobody sounds like Portal. I think they describe themselves as ancient death metal, and that pretty much is summed up by this gramophone on the front here. Insane stuff. On first listen, on 10th listen, you probably won't get it. It's pretty dissonant stuff, so, but it's really worth delving into. That's Portal. Right. Hopefully some of you actually cared about that. Not all of you will. Now, my favourite movie of the year is The Dead, and I've talked about this already. I cannot really reinforce much more than I did last time I talked about this movie, how awesome it was to have a proper zombie movie released with enough money, not a huge budget, just enough to make the production work. No ridiculous comedy moments like shitty Zombieland and that kind of stuff. Just slow, plodding zombies. This wouldn't have worked with running zombies, that's for sure. Yeah, a very... Well, there's no, saving the day at the end of this one. Yeah, it's like Dawn of the Dead, really. That's the closest approximation of The Dead. Filmed in Africa by a UK team, and using a lot of local Africans in the cast. Excellent zombie movie, and my pick of the year. It actually made in 2010, but hasn't unearthed until this year. Probably did a festival circuit last year, but the DVD out here now, in the UK now, and it's just hit the cinemas in the States, so I'm calling that a 2011 movie. The Dead. Right, that's my entry. Thanks, Jarrett, for holding this competition. Good luck, everybody else. See you later.